think we are live. We are live. Nice. Well, I mean, Norwich have had an absolute shambles early on. Early on, Norwich have had an absolute shambles. To be fair, they actually started half decently. Knocking the ball around nicely, getting the ball up to Pookie, but they've had an absolute nightmare where the ball's come out wide to Divock Origi, who's tried to swing a ball in. It's been turned into his own net by one of the centre-backs. So early on, it's Liverpool 1, Norwich 0, and it could get worse than here, but good defending, to be fair. Delivered into the box, it looked like Firmino might get on the end of the ball, but the defender did well to cut across. How's the stream, by the way? Everyone see the stream all right? I need to get the chat up, so just give me a few seconds. Can't remember. Yeah, nice. We got chat there. Yep, there we go. I've got the chat up. Hi, everyone in the chat already. 3 people here early on. That's great. Let me know if there's any stream issues. If you've been on a stream before, you'll know we'll probably end up having a Thanos snap at some point. Aaron's across the front to Pookie. Laid back on. It's absolutely blazed over. Good chance. And I think it's... can't make out who it was. I think it was either Buendia or someone else. I want to say Steeperman, something like that. But good chance for Norwich. They're playing some good football at times, to be fair. Ball's ended up with Pookie, and he's done... Yeah, it was Steeperman. Pookie's done a nice little back heel flip to Marco Steeperman, but you can see what he's trying to do. He's trying to finesse the ball into the top corner. He's got it horribly wrong and put it into the Anfield crowd. Early on, Liverpool 1, Norwich 0. And I will be back in just a moment because I need to charge my phone, so I need to get a charger. Oh, there we go. Nice. I'm back. Whew. Liverpool free kick is Robertson. Clips it into a dangerous area. Well run on the header. Are you going to the game tomorrow? I wish I was. But obviously, didn't go to any away games last season. I was hoping to, but I didn't end up going to any. Which means we didn't have any booking history, which meant that there was literally about 30 all-round tickets that we had to try and get one out of. And obviously, when there's probably about 10,000 fans trying to go to the game and only about 30 tickets, they were gone like that. So unfortunately, there's no way I'll be able to get to the Tottenham game, but I will be streaming it. This stream is pretty much a test for the one tomorrow because I want to make sure, because it took me... There's a reason why this is a bit late. It's just because I could not remember how to stream. Like, I was going through all my different, all my different platforms, whatever. I could not remember how to stream. But yeah, oh well. If I'm looking down, by the way, I've got my phone, obviously, underneath me to check chat because I can't get chat normally. And also, there's the usage of the new rule, if you didn't already know. You can start with a player inside the box on a goal kick. Norwich exploiting that early with Max Aarons inside the box. Krul laid it off to him. Searching ball down the line, but there's no one really there for them. To be fair, Norwich have started pretty brightly. They've conceded an early goal. Unfortunate own goal, cross swung in that's hit the leg of one of the defenders. And wrong-footed Tim Krul and nestled in his own net. But aside from that, really, I'd probably call Norwich the better side in this first start. Liverpool haven't really tested too much. They've swung a few balls into the box off free kicks. Origi's look bright. But in general, Norwich, they're passing the ball around cleanly. And to be fair, it's a struggle here. Are you happy with the summer transfer window? Very happy. People have been saying that we should have got a strong... to be fair, I disagree with that. Go. Because, after the Warsaw game, people were talking a lot about how good Wesley is. And now all of a sudden everyone's saying, no, we don't need Wesley, we need another striker. But if people forget as well, Anwar El-Ghazi, when he played for Ajax, I think it was, he played like a centre-forward role, so potentially he could play in where he's going. Origi swings a ball into the box, well defended by Aarons, and Mo Salah will pick that one up for a throw-in. Also, let me know if we're having any stream issues, by the way. I'm looking down at my phone, I'm disconnecting a little bit, but that might just be my Wi-Fi because obviously I'm using it all to stream. So just let me know if there's any stream issues at any point. We'll just sell the transfer window. But it does give Dean a dilemma of who to start, to be fair. I think Heaton's earned his keeping goal already after that amazing save against Leipzig. Defence, I'd probably start Bjorn Engels over Ezri Konsa, even though that Ezri Konsa song is amazing. And Teemu Pukki is through here. Pukki! Oh, great defending from Van Dijk, but it's going to fall to Buendia. And Van Dijk defending well. And I think in the end that's going to go out for a Norwich throw. I'll be here tomorrow. Nice. Again, yeah, if all goes to plan, which it should do, I can't see any real problem with it. I might end up watching game with my mum. It depends. Because obviously she gets priority ahead of the stream. But honestly, I don't think she will. So I think we all should be good for the stream tomorrow. Norwich are knocking it around nicely. Played through again. Teemu Pukki tries to put it across goal and very, very close. Alisson was worrying a bit there, and the players are getting each other's way. Here's Buendia. Couldn't escape through a gap of 3 players. How are you doing today? I'm doing fantastic, actually. If you notice, I've had a haircut today. Literally about 2.5 hours ago, I was there. Anyway, Arnold. High cross into and very nearly picked out the top corner. Tim Krul's worrying there. I think he'd have it covered, but it's a great effort from Deal with Origi. Robertson has too much space to get a shot off with that left foot, and very, very nearly finding the corner. Be interested to see how Teemu Pukki fares today as well. He's got the small task of dealing with Virgil van Dijk. To be fair, he's making a few runs in behind, but Van Dijk, every time he gets near him, is muscling him off the ball. Van Dijk, in my opinion, is the best defender in the world. Second to Tyrone Mings, but we don't talk about that. Saying connection's unstable, so just we all fine. People in the chat and whatever. Salah's just had a good chance, but it's been well defended. And Matip in the end is going to put a ball out for a throw-in. But Salah had a good chance there. Anybody who's still in the chat, I think there's like 3 people here. Can you guys let me know how because I've just had a connection unstable warning, which usually comes before a snap. So here come Norwich again, though. 16 on the clock, and to be fair, they've held up well. The one goal being a disastrous, bit of fortune for them. Ball put across the front by Origi and put into his own net by one of the centre backs. I can't remember which one. I was too busy trying to get this set up. I just saw the ball hit the net. Krul being closed down by Salah. Out wide to Aarons. Ball down the line. Here's Buendia. And to be fair, in the last 10 minutes, Norwich have picked up there. 20% more possession at a 60-40 split right now. Ball let's go down the line, but Gigi Wijnaldum did well. And he's going to do well to keep the ball in and find Mo Salah. Nice little flick to Henderson. Has Robertson out wide and uses him. Robertson puts a ball across the box, and Firmino was waiting, but it's well defended. And Fabinho will use Van Dijk. And then back to Robertson. Liverpool, they just play tidy football. I watched quite a lot of Premier League last season, hoping that we'd be there next season, which, of course, we are. And one thing I noticed, it wasn't Matty, but it was Gomez. Interesting, Joe Gomez is back from injury. But Liverpool, they've particularly. It's been quite an even game. Obviously, they got lucky with the goal, but I don't know. To be fair, Norwich are holding up well in these first 20 minutes, but just controlling the possession now. They're just trying to tidy that up, just slow the play down a little bit. Thanos snap. Firmino, Salah, 2-0. And Mo Salah, and just as I've been saying that Norwich are looking to be holding well in the game, Mo Salah looks all ready to have put this game out of sight. And it's a very tidy finish. And Liverpool look to be heading to the top of the table early on. And again, it's just clever from Liverpool. Good ball from Gomez out wide to Alexander-Arnold. Cuts back. Firmino does really well to pin the ball over to Mo Salah. And Salah out, rolls the ball into the corner. 2-0. A really good finish. Really good finish indeed. To the Sky Bet Championship last season, although Villa were very much threatening their throne. Can they get anything back in this game? Already a dangerous ball over the top, nearly for lines. Roberto Firmino, who you'd guess would have took that chance. And Salah looking very likely today. One of the best wingers in the Premier League, indeed the world. They get the ball crawl, looking for a ball through the middle to Pukki, but Van Dijk and Gomez are bullying them. Henderson cuts back. Has Salah at the edge of the box. Gives it to Firmino. Back to Salah. Good defending from Norwich. I think that was Max Aarons. And Pukki dropping deep to win the ball back. But in the end, his pass is off target. Henderson. Back to Gomez. Now to Van Dijk. Just in the end, right now, it's clever play from Liverpool. They're just playing keep ball at the end of the day. Wijnaldum. Back to Robertson. Origi trying to make a run. Not spotted by Robertson and straight back to Virgil van Dijk, one of the best defenders in the world, of course. Over the top to Mo Salah. Lovely touch from Salah to take it inside. Good defending in the end, but it's going to fall back to Jordan Henderson, who puts a ball into the box, and Tim Krul will collect, thankfully, for Norwich. Only one in the stream, that's just me. Hello, me. How are we doing, me? No one will be watching this on the replay anyway. How are we all doing? The fullbacks, but they're just given no chance at all by Firmino and Salah closing them down early. No chance at all. And here come Norwich now, though, with Stiepermann, Buendia, Pukki. Oh, what a save by Alisson Becker. Ali should have pulled one back there. It's just clever play again from them. That's exactly what I've been saying earlier. Buendia finds the ball, plays a lovely through ball in between Gomez and Alexander-Arnold. Pukki probably would be given offside, to be fair. It's one of them really tight ones. One-on-one, Alisson tries to just chip it over the top of him. But Alisson gets a really good hand up into the air to keep that out of goal, and then the rebound is handball. But I think the AR would have given it offside anyway. Offside, which, to be fair, I think VAR is just not good for the Premier League at all. I mean, it's for a clear and obvious mistake, isn't it? And if it's not clear and obvious, which so many of these are, then, you know, oh dear. I am frozen down there, so the stream might have actually crashed. No, we're still going, wasn't it? Hello, people, come into the stream. Max Aarons drops it back to the centre half as they look to go forward. Lee switch of the play. Can he keep the ball in? No, he can't. Just a little bit overhit. And from one fullback to the other, can't quite find it. And Salah doing what he does best and sprinting down the wing, but equally matched by the Norwich City left back, who did well to knock the ball back to Tim Krul. And they're playing tidy football, to be fair. They've only been caught out that one time, and it was their left backs just skipped round Jordan Henderson, switched the ball towards Aarons, who will do well to keep the ball in. Aarons one-on-one with Robertson, drops a shoulder left, ends up falling over. But it's going to fall out to Buendia at the edge of the box. He takes the shot on, and it's a pretty weak one in the end towards Alisson, who collect it and roll it out to Alexander-Arnold, who puts a lovely ball through, but there's no one to attack it. Where is Bobby Firmino? Here come Norwich City again. See, that's saying 0 people on stream, but I'm definitely here, so that's wrong. Here come Norwich again. Yeah, everyone's gone. Nobody loves me. Like that Villa phone case, yeah? Got a pop socket on there so you can't see it. But here's Aarons. Lays it central to Buendia. Across to Steeperman, who hits it. Steeperman, good save, Alisson. And it's his first real test today that would have been given if it headed on target or headed into the back of the net. It's hit dangerously from the edge of the box. Plenty of power, and in the end, it troubles Alisson. But again, he's such a good keeper. And in the end, he will comfortably from Steeperman. Good connection on it, but almost with volleys, you want a little bit of slice just to take it away from central. And unfortunately, the volley hit almost straight at Alisson, who did well to keep the ball out, still in play and towards one of his players. 5 on stream, 2 likes, I think. Thank you very much, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. If you're here, let me know in the chat, of course. I will answer pretty much every question alongside some questionable ones. Oh, good play from Norwich there. They give the ball away at the back, so that was a good play, but they squeezed tight to keep the ball. And dribbling out of their own penalty area here. Liverpool have 5 men squeezing the Norwich back 4 at the moment. They're really not letting Norwich out. Here's Tim Krul. What's your top 6 prediction? I had a video up, but that was pre-transfer window. I think City are going to run away with the league again. That's pretty much obvious. I mean, they've added... To be fair, Liverpool haven't had a fantastic... transfer window, but City, Rodri and Cancelo, and holding on to Sané and whatever, I think City are going to run away with the league. Liverpool in second, I think. Tottenham in third. That again, they had a good transfer window. Well, they didn't have a fantastic one actually. Lo Celso brought in to help out in that midfield. 4th place, I'm going to go with Arsenal, just because keeping hold of Aubameyang and Lacazette, 2 fantastic attacking players. Also, good additions in there, having David Luiz and Nicolas Pepe brought in, although they did lose Alex Obi to Everton. Down in 5th, I'm going to go with Chelsea. They have been blown away on the opening day of the season. And there is 1 out of the 3 Championship to Premier League sides who are suffering early on. Let's hope Villa and Sheffield United can avoid that fate. It's a good delivery into the box, and he's just absolutely bulleted it past his man, past Tim Krul. Krul probably should do better, actually, but it's a bullet header. Ends up going through Krul's legs. He probably really should do better. But Virgil van Dijk with a bullet header, and Liverpool 3, Norwich City 0. 6th goal for Liverpool in his last 19 appearances. And now Norwich, they have a game to chase. Anyway, top 6 predictions. I went for Chelsea 5th. The transfer ban has hit them hard. Obviously losing Eden Hazard and David Luiz being their big 2. But I think, to be fair, already looking at the base of their team, they have a pretty good base. Obviously Pulisic coming in. How well will he do replacing Eden Hazard? We'll just have to wait and see for that one. And then, yeah, just in general, I just think, they'll do well, but not, no, I think they're a Europa League team. Being their biggest signing, in general, that, they've got a good base of a team, but I don't know. It's just looking at their team, it's just fallen away at times. Harry Maguire, also a big signing, completely forgot about that. My internet went off. What was your 6th place prediction? I heard your top 5. 6th place Man United. Harry Maguire and Wan-Bissaka will keep them tight at the back, but realistically, goal-wise, have they got too many goals in them? I doubt they do. Obviously, losing Romelu Lukaku, who's a 20-goal, who realistically is a 15, 20-goal striker, if you put him in the right position. I know his first touch is cruel. That is a fantastic save. Identical to my log. Good analysis for his pictures. Thank you. It's one of the things that I like to try and do, just in general, and analyse football and things like that, But yeah, 3-0 to Liverpool against Norwich now. And as I say, game looks pretty much done and over. Norwich, they've been trying to play their football. Liverpool in attack. They've had realistically two of their goals were very lucky on their part, to be fair. The likes of, an own goal and then 3 lucky deflections before it inevitably found Mo Salah to stick in the net. Here's a Reed who is going to fake a shot, put it into the boxes for Firmino. Look to try and find Fabinho, who was bombing forward. And in the end, it's going to be put out, and Virgil van Dijk will clean up. Van Dijk to Andy Robertson, who scored, obviously, a screamer for Scotland in the Euro qualifiers, which, by the way, Van Dijk to Joe Gomez. Norwich style of football, well, I think will work our bottom half of the teams now, keep them up in 17th. Which, originally, I put them to go down, but I think, to be fair, looking at other teams' transfer windows, teams like Brighton and Burnley not bringing in a fat lot, I think could be in trouble. It's going to be a really tight relegation battle. But Norwich's style of football, I think, against a team that have pacey players like Firmino and Alexander-Arnold and Robertson, and against strong players like Van Dijk and players like that, I think they are going to struggle to play the style of football they like to play. I mean, Liverpool have been pinging balls into the box, and Salah has been nicking the ball off the fullback's feet. And to be fair, everything Norwich is trying to do, Liverpool are having an answer for. Even these slick sort of moves that were so Norwich last season. Liverpool, Van Dijk or Fabinho or whoever, Gomez, are just sticking a foot down and blocking it off. Liverpool free kick here, off foul on Fabinho. At 3-0 after 30 minutes as well. It's going to be a long game for Norwich. You'd fear 4 or 5, by the way, Liverpool are playing. They're not holding off, high pressure on them. I mean, if you could see right now, I mean, it's everybody in Norwich's half, even Van Dijk and Gomez are.